I'm Queen Queasy. I'm gonna ask you some questions
What
now.
you say, Queasy? What you say?
So, back to making a band. When you said that somebody gave you some money to, so was there like an audition process? How did you even hear about it being from New Orleans that it was happening?
Oh, when Chris gave me the recipes, when Chris gave me the money, I just was hopping on Greyhounds, trying to pull up at record labels with my CD. Back in the G, it was CD players and CDs. So I had a demo. So I'm just going to places trying to I don't know, I ain't really much know what I was doing, but it was better than what I was doing here.
So you took the Greyhound to New York City?
Yes.
And then you went to the labels?
I went to Baltimore first.
Okay.
And when I went to Baltimore, when Chris gave me the money, I kind of in my mind, by taking that long trip, I was in my mind like, I need to take a break for just trying to do this here and go see what's out with my mama. And I ain't see my mama in from that time, probably about 10 years. So I said, okay, I'm going to see my mama right quick. And I called my mama as soon as I got off the Greyhound on a payphone, actually. Payphone was popping back in the G and beepers and all that there. So I'm like, Mama, I'm here in Baltimore. I said, can I come stay by you? And she was like, no, you need a job. You ain't gonna get no job. I said, Mama, I'm like 15 years old. How am I gonna get a job? She said, niggas got jobs out here. You gonna get a job or you ain't gonna come see me? And I was just basically like, I ain't gonna get no job. I'm gonna pursue my career. So she gave me my uncle number. So I ended up staying in Baltimore for probably about 2 months from there. And I don't know, Baltimore, shout out to Baltimore, you heard me, but they just talked a little different from me. They thought I was country and they liked me though because of the Hot Boys was popping, So courtesy, shout out to the Hot Boys in this era. Shout out to Giggity too. But,
why don't you go give me a shout out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Giggity. But look, when the Hot Boys is popping, they all just looking up to the Hot Boys, and since I'm from the city, they just kind of
Embraced you.
embraced me. But
Okay.
they was robbing niggas, so I get down anyway. You dig? At this time, I ain't have, nothing to really look forward to. So robbing niggas was cool with me because I can have some money in my pocket. And my dumb duck ass mind, I'm in my mind like, I'ma rob these niggas and step my money up, then pursue my career. But the first time we robbed somebody, we got jammed up. And
Damn.
they all printed me out. So I got locked up.
Okay, so
That's how I got that warrant out on me.
Okay, because I know from when you did the audition for making a band, you couldn't use your own identity.
Because I had the warrant out on me.
So who
from that charge.
from the incident? Okay, so who was the person ID that you used?
It was my manager nephew. You heard me? His people basically. He looked like me, not really, but he had braids. He was ugly. I'm ugly, but I'm ugly fine. You heard me?
Ladies, ugly fine.
You're ugly fine. Girls like me. But dude was kind of like, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna use his shit. And he basically came with an idea. He said, if you made the band, son, just break me off. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna make the band. He was like, all right, then break me off. And he gave me his ID. You heard me? And I kind of rolled with it from there.
Did you break him off?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the way I was supposed to, but I did the best I could.
So when you
Not really. Not really. Yeah.
So
Fuck that nigga.
being from the trenches, being from New Orleans, mom from Baltimore, when you first made it to like New York and you seen the houses, the cars, the celebrities, what was those feelings? How did you feel?
To be honest with you, coming from here, I thought this was the best city in the world. I didn't think nothing can really, top this here. But going up there, that shit was mind-boggling to me. It blew me away because the skyscrapers was like 1,000 feet tall. You heard me? And I was blown away. I loved every bit of it. It inspired me to want to make it. I don't know. It just made me want to make it. It made me feel like I could make it. So I don't know. It was the most beautiful thing in the world. It really was.
Okay.
As a child.
Okay. And how old were you again at that time?
I was 15, turning 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any of your making a band castmates you still in touch with?
Well, Fred, he drove right now because I put it out there that he fucked Sarah, you did, so he ain't really feeling me.
Let's touch on that. So
he ain't feeling me right now.
So Sarah just was. What was she up to?
You really want me to tell?
I really want to know.
All right. So in my mind, bro, we Southern people, so you think when somebody get married, that, what they say, The death do us
To
part.
death do us part.
So
right.
in my mind, I'm thinking like that's how that go. Like when you're married to somebody, you know, I'm thinking that that's for life. You loyal for life. You're gonna beat up for life. Everything is gonna be just us together.
Right.
When Sarah get around, I'm thinking that's how that go. But I'm noticing when Sarah get to drinking. Say, bro, I never was a drinker. No, I never was a drinker. I never done drugs until I met Sarah. You heard me? Sarah done turned me out, right?
Okay.
So Sarah introduced me to drinking. You know, I'm about at least 16 now, but Sarah introduced me to drinking. And when she drank, she get different.
She turned into a new person.
She turned into a.
Has she ever
turned into a
made
thot.
any sexual advantage on you?
No,
Would you fuck with that?
No, because I was fucking all the groupies. So Sarah wasn't trying to fuck with rapper community dick. She wasn't fucking with that. Fred, he purposely wasn't trying to fuck these hoes. You heard me? Just to get to Sarah. Fred been low key aiming for Sarah the whole fucking time.
Damn.
The whole time Fred been trying to fuck Sarah. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
No, that's facts. You heard me? That's facts.
Okay, that's facts.
I'm fucking all the hoes. I don't care. I ain't never fucked these many hoes before. I love it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. You heard me? I love it. I loved every bit of it, you know? Fred purposely wasn't fucking these hoes to get to Sarah. He did. So Sarah liked it how Fred was like not really fucking them hoes and making it all about her. So the whole goal was Fred was to fuck her. I never thought in my mind, you know, that Fred was going to be able to fuck this lady.
Because she was married.
Not even that, she's beautiful. And we ugly niggas. Fred from Miami, I'm from New Orleans. We ain't the best looking niggas, but down here, we are the most beautiful men in the world.
Yeah.
Right? And Sarah is like extra beautiful. So, you know, we not really thinking in our mind that we famous or popular and we really moving and shaking, you know. We thinking in our mind, we just here and we don't know if we gonna lead a day or tomorrow, you know. But
Right.
our confidence wasn't really up. But Fred, he really did that. He told me he was, you know, the band started popping, you dig, and he basically like, say, bruh, I think I'm gonna fuck Sarah tonight, bruh. I said, no, huh? He said, I'm gonna fuck her. I said, let's bet some show money. And the show money, courtesy of, what's that boy name? The Jamaican, Dallon. He was never around. I barely know his name. Ain't that cold?
That's cold.
That's cold, son. But courtesy of Round not really being around, we'll take his show money. You dig? And we made a bet. I was like, if you fuck her tonight, I'm gonna give you my show money. He was like, all right, bet. So he back in the G, we had what's them phones called? Sidekicks.
Yeah.
Remember those, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we had the sidekicks back in the G. So Fred like, all right, look, I'm a fucker right now. I'm gonna leave the latch open so when you walk in there, you can see it. Cause that's the only way you can prove, you know,
That he did it.
That he done it.
Okay.
So I'm like, you know, I'm young. I'm like, fucking right. And deep down, I'm not gonna much lie to you. I wanted to see Sarah naked.
Oh, okay.
Facts.
Period.
All right.
Period.
Want me to lie?
No.
I'm gonna keep it G. I wanted to see her naked. I
Okay.
wanted to see how them titties really looked.
I know you mentioned the show money. So how was the money? Like, how was you was straight once you got to making a band? Like, you was up? How was the money?
I mean, we got 5,000 an episode.
Okay.
Bad Boy gave us 75,000, aka raping your records. You dig?
Man.
Yeah, he raped. He fucked over us. MTV, you know, courtesy of us stacking the money, I had about 100 and maybe like 175,000 at that moment, courtesy of MTV. But how it was supposed to go, Bad Boy was supposed to give us each 200,000-300,000, you know, but gave us 75,000 each. And then you break that down with taxes. What's 75,000 with taxes?
I don't know. You do.
You get
that.
about a good 30,000. 30,000. How you gonna survive with that, Ron? How you gonna survive with that?
Go school your break.
So I'm saying, a pimp.
So do you feel like he took advantage of y'all because he knew the like background y'all come from and he knew y'all didn't have like the legal representation to check it?
Oh, Diddy been in the game at this time at least 15 years, you know, so he was a veteran of how he wiggled with artists anyway. So I don't think he thought anything besides exactly, he came to do what he wanted to do.
Right.
And his job was to fuck over the whole situation. I think in my mind, I look at it, you know, as the equivalence of a D-boy or a kingpin on the block. And we was just workers trying to get on. And when you're trying to get on with a kingpin on the block, you heard me, you're either going to get a 60-40 deal or a 70-30. You're not getting what you're working hard for. You're getting what you negotiated.
Right.
And that's exactly how I looked at it. You know.
When did you notice that Diddy was a snake? Or do you feel like Diddy is a snake?
I think Diddy is a kingpin on the block.
Yeah. How was it walking to get this cheesecake, bro?
Horrific.
Like, how far you had to walk?
Uptown to the east.
So was you like picking up rocks, throwing rocks, like y'all? Like,
No, say, bruh, I got the walnut on me. You heard me? I'm in my mind. I'm like, say, bruh, this ain't nothing to me. Yeah,
Right.
I'm just happy to be here.
Okay.
So I wasn't. You heard me? I wasn't thinking in my mind that this was detrimental. I thought in my mind that we just finna walk down the street. 4 hours to walk there. 4 hours back.
So like as you
Blisters
walk,
all on my feet.
thought about as you walking, what were you doing? Like you was cracking jokes, playing, like what were you doing? Like seeing females? Cause you in New York, right?
Yeah. I was happy to just. I would say, bruh, I would say gangsta. I was just happy to be there, dog. I know it sounds crazy, but I was just happy to be there.
Sound crazy.
I was just happy to be there. And then we went over that bridge. Then it got different. Then it got real different. I wasn't happy to be there no more. I felt played now.
Who paid for the cheesecake? Which one of y'all paid?
Babs. I think Babs paid for it.
One cake, one cheesecake.
It was 2.
Oh, it's 2 of them. Who told it back?
Babs did, but they dropped it and I ate it off the floor. I was hungry.
Wait, they dropped it. Where they dropped it at?
Well, I kind of made a mistake and bumped in Babs, and it fell on the floor. And she was like, Beyonce gonna feel away, because it was Beyonce idea. It was Beyonce idea.
For y'all to walk?
Yeah, so Beyonce and Jay was in the studio in Paul's in Daddy's house. That's Diddy's big studio.
Why you say pause?
Daddy's house? That sound crazy.
But you was with Daddy.
You got me fucked up.
I'm trying to why you pause.
My daddy doing time. That's my
Okay,
daddy.
okay.
Yeah. So it's Beyonce idea. She basically was like, she was like, Jay, I'm hungry. I want a cheesecake. And Diddy duck ass said, okay, I got this bright idea. Let me get them to go get it. Just play this, son. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, we can go get it. Babs and Ness and Dallon and all them people, they from up there. So they looking like, fuck no, right? So in my mind, I'm like, what's the fuss about? 9 hours later, I figured out what the fuss was about. After that.
Bro, looking back on all that, do you think, or sometimes do you say, you know what, I would love to have a reunion right now to see where our lives at right now?
Fuck no. Because the real truth is, say, bruh, I went through too much shit after that, to be able to, I don't really think we can concur with the same level of a mental capacity to either be around each other. I think a lot of them gave up on themselves. I didn't. So why would I be around people that gave up on themselves? I want to be around winners, or somebody at least better than me winning, at least a championship, because there's a difference between winning, you heard me, and winning a championship. I'm trying to win a championship, and I want to be around people that's winning championships. And I would say no, because they gave up on themselves. And who want to be around people that gave up on themselves? I don't. Do you?
That's a fact.
All right.